like I say, things like Al Capone, gangster, using 100 mag clips. Like I said, the Germans and other people were making sure that any 100 mag clips that were made out in the world wouldn't work. The only 100 mag clips that worked were a military or government issue. So, like I said, when you saw Al Capone with the Tommy gun or whatever, that was a government issue magazine. The only way that anyone had those 100 mag clips was if they either got them from the White House or the government, or basically from Germany. No one else had the 100 mag clips. The civilians weren't even allowed the 100 mag clips. If a police officer saw you with a 100 mag clip, or knew or found a 100 mag clip in your possession, it'd be confiscated and you'd be put in jail. You know, that same gun only came with like normal clips. So, and even the government, I mean, what do you need 100 rounds for? You don't need 100 rounds. If you need 100 rounds, like I would tell my military officers or my people, if you need 100 rounds to actually hit something, then that's pretty sad. You know, then you're just fucking stupid and pathetic, and you have no place in my in my military or in my government. So, anyway, like I said, only someone who's basically pathetic needs to just spray. Like, that's not really, like, you hit more civilians or hit more of your own people or hit more whatever useless targets than you hit actually accurately. Like I said, my people knew how to shoot. Like I said, if someone goes to sweep, you know, you can just with a gun. Like if you put a guy with a 100 mag clip and a guy with a 6-shooter, the guy with the 6-shooter would win every time. You know, by the time he goes to sweep or goes to pull that gun up, you know, one of the 6-shooters. If you have two guys, you know, the guy with a 100 mag clip is dead every time. So anyway, like I said, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me. You know, like I said, a lot of my things, you know, they're reality. It's real. I actually ran a government. Ooh, wow, amazing. I was more than just some idiot that stood up on the public addresses and said blah blah blah. Like I said, and what Jimmy Carter was explaining really was how his DNA had ended up on a dead girl in Colombia, or something like that. That's what he was doing the public address about. Years later, I guess they redubbed it to blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. All this stupid shit. Like I said, Nixon probably mostly trying to create the lie, to maintain blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure like Nixon was probably going down to Mexico and causing chaos in Mexico. The Republicans have been doing it forever. So, yeah, whatever. Like I said, the Republicans have been trying to take over Mexico or do shit in Mexico since Truman. Anyway, finally though, what's it called? Nixon's dead, I believe. Like I said, many people said, "Don't worry, he's going to be dead by the time you come into existence, or close, or darn near. He won't get to you." Like, okay, I guess. Are you sure he's dead? You're gonna think he's dead, but he's not dead. Like I said, there were 30 JFKs, so I was like getting really suspicious because every single fucking time we thought that piece of shit was dead, oh, here's another one. Like I said, JFK or Nixon was one of those people, and Jimmy Carter. There are two people you could literally just put up wanted posters, dead or alive, you know, or shoot on sight posters, and they'd be relevant for years. You know, it's like if you see anyone like Jimmy Carter or Richard Nixon, just shoot them, or JFK. You know what JFK looks like? Just shoot them. Don't even hesitate. Just shoot them. They're bad. Or even shoot him in the back, John McCain. Just shoot him. You know, Don't even waste your time. He's going to rape you. Like I said, he earned the name, shoot him in the back, John McCain, for a reason. Like, I don't know if it's comical to know that the FBI and the CIA were oftentimes, between 1910 and 1920 and 1930, the CIA and the FBI were constantly getting in shootouts. And the MI6 people were also getting in, and the CIA and FBI were both going after MI6 people. Of course, somebody was trying to rape the Queen of England. I don't know why. I'm surprised she lived as long as she did. Probably because I put a whole army around her. I said, just stay around her. Protect her. That's probably why one of the reasons why the queen, and like I said, she's not even the original queen or the original family queen. She's not even related to the original queen. Like I said, most people would know, like 10 or 20 or 30 years ago or 40 years ago, they switched. One queen was old and she was like, well, I'm 80 and blah, blah. So we switched to a completely new queen. That wasn't even related, no family relation to the original queens or Queen of England. So, and she would carry on the torch. And some 80-year-old guy was trying to marry her. I think Jimmy Carter or someone, I don't know. I said no. I said she had to pick someone her age. Because some 80-year-old guy was trying to get married to her. And I was like, no. I'm not going to make a 16-year-old or 12-year-old queen get married to an 80-year-old guy. That ain't happening. Not while I'm around, anyway. And the people said, well, you won't be around. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, yeah? I said, I'm your creator. The human race has found me several times, or human life form types, other life form types, all throughout the universe. In the whole universe, I was found 20 times. Yeah, like I said, I don't even care. I was found by life forms that didn't even ever know me. Like I said, it had been thousands or millions of years since I had actually been on their planets and worlds. And they had deduced my existence and come to find me. That's how ridiculous it is. It's like, I'm always found. They always find me. It's like, I don't even care. Many nanotech life forms or whatever, like I told some of the life forms, I was like, shh, be invisible. You have to stay invisible. You can't let them know you're here or around me. They'll hunt you down and kill you. Mostly Rodney Briley or Rick Bush or John McCain or Nixon or someone. Like I said, I was pretty sure that there were people watching me the whole time when I was young. Or, if the people weren't watching me the whole time that I was young. Like, at one point in time, I could feel them. I could almost look and tell. Eventually, people lost track of me, or just, there were more important people in the world. Supposedly more important people in the world. than the 100 trillion-year-old creator standing right in front of you. Suited me. And what do I care? So secret did they want me to be that they actually made two fake top secret things on top of me by the same code name or whatever that they originally had me. It's like, whatever. Anyway, like I said, even when the time war or time travel thing began, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, somebody's using time travel. I'm in a time war. Oh, shit. This is going to suck. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, if I wasn't your creator, I'd be dead a couple times over. And if I was just the creator of the human race or the black race, I'd be dead a couple times over. But I'm not, you see. So. Yeah, like I said, there's so many lies about who Lucifer Star is and what I am or what I was. It's like, I'm more than just some fallen angel, blah, blah. And there's fact behind me. The LSF colony ship. Other things. all the LUs in the world. Like I said, for a while there, Nixon or Jimmy Carter or JFK or someone was trying to rename all my cities. And eventually they put them back to the way I named them, I guess. And there was a while when I was like, wait a minute, I didn't name that city that. What's that? I used to know the name of every city on the planet. I had named them throughout the years. I didn't really want to name them, but, you know, people kept asking me. I was like, oh, can't we just do numbers? It's like the 900th city. And there might even be cities like that. The 900th city. You might find reference to that. I would make jokes and they would be like, okay, Dale, it's the 900th city. Like, I think the British government, a lot of the people were actually almost laughing at it because it's just ridiculous. Like I said, like I would say many a time, it's like, you know, I should just put up a billboard by my house that said, creator Lucifer Star here. Maybe we would have gotten it a lot easier that way. Like, did I need a big billboard behind me? I guess I did. I don't know. Anyway, all these trains with LS on the side. People wondering, what is the LS? Oh, that's just the way the old trains were. LS 142. LS 508. LS 222. Well, the first four were in museums, you see. Or one of them was you, blah, blah, blah. Then after that, the rest were productions. So the first four tests. And then a bunch of people going around, it was Mr. Fantastic. My name isn't Fantastic. And it's on the side of the trains, usually in just initials, LS. Or whatever. LS, Lucifer Star. Train manufacturer, and you know, I produce things on more than one planet. 400 planets. Some planets I just like did one thing in their whole existence, or two things in their whole existence. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Shrug, whatever. Yeah, like I say, I don't really care. You have hundreds of trillions of years to figure it out. Whatever. Technically, you already have a couple times. A plague! A black plague is what my people would be. A black plague. Some old man with a gold and black cane with a lion's head on top. Oh, a black plague unto this world. He was Big Pimpin' in 1920. Oh, Papa. Bloods and the Crips head guy. I think Papa was running the Papa's Boys, and the Papa's Boys were running the Bloods and the Crips, Beads and the Crops, whatever, something like that. And like I said, the high point of him was basically when he was standing in a suit, dancing at like 80 years old, looking at a basically a 500-pound shell, or you know, bomb. I don't know why the Bloods and Crips were giving him that kind of shit, but whatever. Like I said, the only thing that Papa or any of the black leaders knew was basically the white king or the white star. And they just figured that because my name was White Star that therefore I wouldn't be on their side. But I guess like I would routinely say, and what I've routinely said, I guess when you only have a first grade or third grade education or no education at all, other than when you chain down some poor French tutor or poor French girl to the floor, and were raping her, and in between the raping, she was trying to teach you something, which was really get the fuck off me, you piece of shit, or you fucking smell like shit, which I believe which might have been what she was actually saying. At one point in time, I translated for him, something like that.